Everybody wishes for prosperity in the new year, and one way to get there is by changing your spending habits. So I spoke to financial expert Lauren Simmons, who at 22 years old, she shattered the glass ceiling and made history by being the youngest and only full-time female equity trader on Wall Street. Now Lauren is the host of a new show called Going Public, which starts streaming on entrepreneur.com come tomorrow. Lauren shares advice on saving money in 2022. Lauren, I know my husband would love for me to be more frugal in 2022. Is this possible for anyone, or where do you start? Like, where's the best place to become a better spender?
A better spender. Well, I would say that don't, have high expectations of being frugal just immediately overnight. Like, you should want to live life and enjoy things. But I think the best way to maintain healthy spending habits is, of course, budgeting and following the 50-30-20 rule, which is a rule that I think people should achieve to go by, but also achieve for more. 50% of your everyday bills, everything goes into 50% of your take-home income goes to bills, housing, everything. 30% goes to your future and 20% goes to your wants. If you ask different people, the 30 and the 20 will sometimes flip. But what I challenge people to do is to actually want to save more than 20 or 30% of your income. I save 85% of my income. I maintain my lifestyle that I lived while working on the trading floor, only making $12,000. But don't be so hard on yourself. Cut back where you can cut back. If there are subscription services that you don't use, cut them. The beginning of the year is a really good time to reassess your insurance, your medical and or car insurance, and looking at ways that you can save, because oftentimes when you switch, you can have a savings there. So there are many different ways that people can learn how to budget. But I think, understanding that the new year is fresh. Don't have the expectation that these things are going to happen in 21 days. Everyone loves the 21-day challenge to form a habit. If you want to see your finances changes, they usually will take anywhere between 60 and 90 days. And if we're looking at your credit score, right, your credit score is not going to change in 30 days. That usually takes a little bit longer. You've
got to prove yourself before that one will change. You have some really unique tips. One of them is pay your mortgage or rent 6 to 12 months in advance.
Yes.
Why would you do that?
So you want to have an emergency fund set up. So outside of your 50-30-20 rule, an emergency fund helps for a rainy day. And as we have been in season 3 of this pandemic, we know that a rainy day is warranted. It will come at any point. So the old rule has been 6 months. Now we're seeing that things can last longer than 6 months. So trying to budget for 12 months in advance will really protect you if there is another pandemic on the rise.
Right, and help from some of that anxiety you'd feel, like, how do I even pay for my house? What about if you're looking at a new car? Are you saying go electric now, get rid of the gas cars?
I am a true promoter of EV vehicles, but essentially, obviously, they're great for the environment. But outside of that, the electricity costs significantly less than gas. I'm spending about $40 a month charging my car.
Do you also work out at home? I know that's one of your tips. Do you not go to the gym anymore? Are you a home workout girl?
I am. And, going to the gym, I think there's been a shift anyways for most people because of the pandemic and not being able to go to the gym. And gyms have now opened up, but you still have to wear a mask, which is fine, your personal choice. But I do think to save costs, a gym membership is significantly more money than just doing YouTube videos in your home.
Here's one that's hard for grocery shopping. I just grab through the aisles whatever I want. I don't really pay attention to the prices, especially on produce. But you're talking about, like, make sure that you're actually going to use it, right? Don't just buy things and they go to waste.
Yeah, correct. So when you're going to the grocery store, so the average American family of 4 will waste $1,200 a year in groceries and food. So when you go to the grocery store, be mindful of what you're actually going to eat. And when you make that practice at home of the meals that you cook, be mindful of, am I cooking too much? Is this going to be thrown out? And I think the more that you can be in tune with your body and more that you understand how much you spend and the spending habits that you have, you can really try to understand and not be wasteful. The goal is to not be wasteful with the food that you buy.
Right. One more tip you gave was about investing. Are you aggressive when it comes to investing, or are you a little bit more conservative?
I surprisingly, being an equity trader, am conservative. And, I think in today's time, you have to really look at your risk tolerance. If you are somebody who loves to gamble, your risk tolerance is going to be high. So you're most likely going to lean into wanting to invest in, cryptocurrency or NFTs or some of the new hot topics that are going on right now. For the individual person, I would suggest look at your risk tolerance. If you are not comfortable making um, risky investments, don't. There are conservative ways to be able to do that. High yield savings account, still investing in the smart stock market, but doing it smartly, doing it efficiently,
Yeah.
are often best ways to go as well.
So many great tips. Lauren, we're going to have to adapt these all for this new year. Where do we go to find you and learn more?
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram at LA Simmons. You can also follow me on LinkedIn for all new updates. And yeah, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, so Going Public premieres tomorrow on entrepreneur.com. The original series invites viewers to participate and click to invest in featured companies.